Dave Snyder here again. It's April the 13th, 2013. Okay, I got some good stuff to show you today, I think. I think you're going to like it. I mean, you may not like it, but I think you're going to learn something, maybe. We're all going to learn something. Let me turn some of this stuff off for now, so I can surprise you a little bit at least. What's this one? Alright, hold on a minute. Let me just shut this off. Find out. I think it's way up here, so get that shut off here. Come on now. There it is. Oh, I'm going to have to show you that too because I haven't put a video up about that yet, have I? Okay, so what I did today, earlier today, is I pulled up Venus, the planet Venus, and I put the planet Venus, a picture that I saved off the internet, basically. It's a picture of Venus I saved off the internet, and I think it's right here. This is a picture of Venus. Now, I never studied Venus much or anything at all, really. I mean, I just what I see in the documentaries and things. But I decided to take a look at it today, and here's one picture that I pulled up, and I recognized, this part right here, and I'm thinking this is probably an impact, and that's probably an impact right there. But this is one I recognize, and since we got a straight-on shot of it, let's just go ahead and pull up the Smithy Eye, or not Smithy Eye, but the Crisium. Sea of Crises. There's crisis. Right here. This one right here. Now, this is basically not a picture, a satellite picture of the moon or anything like that. It's a drawing, like with some artist rendition of this area of the moon or something like that. But anyways, it's pretty accurate, pretty detailed. And this is Crisium right here. And I overlaid it. It's reversed, flipped over, and overlaid over Venus right here, over that spot right there, right? Now, it's hard to see some of these things. It does take a trained eye. I'm starting to learn that it basically does take a trained eye to see, kind of. But really, if you just kind of pull your head away from your monitor a little bit, and just kind of look at, when I fade this in, look at these areas where there's features on Venus, and like here and stuff like that. You'll see how the curve. See how that curve is right there. That little corner is right there, right? See how that is? You see I see enough that I can see that it hit there. I mean, if these, like I always say, if the images are real, then that's what it shows. So if this is really the moon and that's really Venus, it's hit there. It's hit this spot. I have no doubt. I see the lines. I see all the stuff falling into place. Okay, God dang it, what's going on here? My mouse. See all the stuff falling into place, right? Really well. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. I'll zoom in, just go over a little bit. I mean, really, you don't. I don't really need to. I really don't even need to say anything. I mean, that fits there so good. See how it comes out the back right here. This point. You see this flat edge here, and you see that's all there. This is kind of here. The line. It's pretty much there. I can see that hit there. I mean, you don't get the same shape in nature like that on two separate planets if they didn't hit each other. Okay, now the next one. This one right here is really good. You're gonna love this one. I mean, I hope you are. Should. Let's see which one is it? This one. Okay, so moving over to this area, it's probably the same picture. No, it's just a little bit more off to the side this way. Okay, so I recognized this shape right here is definitely, this is an absolute. You can't get around this one. There's no fighting this one, people. That's the moon. That's Venus. No getting around that one. I don't think. Nope. That's a for sure. Check it out. Yep, I have to say that one's a for sure. I'm not saying this part of the moon directly impacted that spot. I mean, I don't, it's hard to say if it directly straight on hit that spot, or if it was, damn, my frickin' mouse. I keep losing my grip on that thing. See, I don't know if that's a direct impact, that crater there, or if it's a side issue, you know, something that hits off to the side of the one we just looked at, because it's kind of it's right up here. Let's see if how that works. No, it falls in a different spot. That's interesting too. Oh, on that other one, I want to show you something too. Just a little bit more on that more detail on the other one. Look at that. There's another way I had this fitting too. Might even be three, at least three, two for sure, possibly three. Okay, so this one you can see that there's no doubt that one goes there. No doubt in my mind that one goes there. That's pretty much, if the pictures are real, that happens. Okay, so the other one was right here, where I pointed out. See how that shape is right there, and then I kind of pointed out to that corner, that little edge being right here. You can kind of see the shape of that thing right here a little bit. See that curved corner and stuff. Well, if you look up here, where I think it's Serenitatis or something like that, this crater. If you look right there, it's like a big dark area, and then you look right here on Venus, and you see like same thing, a big patchy area right there. See that big patch, about the same shape, same size, pretty much. See, it's off to the side on the moon print, so you're not going to get an accurate alignment really there, but you can see it. At least I can. So Venus, if you're interested in finding some stuff out about that, I would recommend taking a look at that. So Venus, that's it, pretty much. What made me look was I was watching Sailor Moon musical, and they were talking, you know, Sailor Galaxia. She was talking about how all the planets, or you know, the sailor soldiers will always end up fighting each other or whatever, fighting each other for something, and that just clicked on me. I mean, I've watched each one so many times, and I still miss a lot of stuff. And there's a couple of them I've only watched, you know, several times. So, I mean, the other ones, that one I've watched at least 30 times. I mean, and I still catch things. I mean, there's more truth in those musicals. And Sailor Moon, the creator of Sailor Moon was just awesome. The whole story is all about this. The planets and the moon being the central. I mean, there's obviously some other force that brings all of them together somewhere. It could be the Nibiru, because they talk about Nibiru in that AI No Sanctuary musical. So, I mean, it's basically tells the moon, these are characters playing the planets and stuff like that. There's one character called Dark Nibiru in that one, and Dark Nibiru commands Kuratsuki or whatever, which is the Black Moon. Okay, commands the Black Moon to send everyone into dark space, and that's what he does. It's actually a woman playing a man, but you know. But anyways, you got to pay attention to the words in there. There's so much crazy shit in them musicals. It's unbelievable. I mean, the Japanese are the only ones that I've seen anywhere in all my research that show any truth about the moon and the earth. Really, I mean, that's it. I've seen one hint on another thing, and that was on how the Earth was made, about the Marianas Trench. One hint where they showed a picture of the moon when they said, and it remained a mystery to this day what created the Marianas Trench, and they showed a picture of the moon for a second out of nowhere for only that reason, to just give you a hint, and then they went back down to the water, and that's the only other thing I've ever seen. All the other stuff has been Japanese. The tail of the bamboo cutter. Sailor Moon for sure, man. Sailor Moon is badass. I'm not joking. That is the baddest. I mean, it is unbelievable. That's a kid's show, a kid's cartoon, but it is not a kid's story. Let me tell you, that's unbelievable. I mean, you have to know this in order to catch it, because they always talk about how they got this inside stuff. They meant, you know, in this one video they said inside people will understand this part, you know, stuff like that. But everything in those musicals is just, you got to pay attention to the words. I mean, the words. Like I said, you have to almost know this first. If you don't know this, or even think that this happened at all, then you're not going to catch not one bit of it. You're just going to think it's a story about, the bad guys and the good guys, and the end of the world or whatever. Because it's all about the end of the world and the rebirth. Crush and demolish. What is the other one? Destroy old, rebuild new. I mean, they talk about rebirth of the earth constantly. The end of the world constantly. The black moon, the white moon, all the time. And what does Sailor Moon do? Punishes you on behalf of the moon. I'm telling you, that is some serious shit. If you want to learn any of the truth, you can watch that and you'll catch a lot. I mean, I've learned so much from that. It's just amazing. I mean, those people, there's a lot of people that know it already. I mean, the stories like the Sirius Mystery. The Sirius Mystery. They talk about that stuff in there, all kinds of stuff. But that's already common history knowledge. You know what I mean? But most of us don't catch it. I didn't really pay no attention to it. I've seen all the documentaries and things about ancient aliens and stuff like that. And I'm not a real big believer in ancient aliens, the ancient alien thing. But hey, this right here has opened up my mind to just about anything. I mean, I've tried to read the Bible before. Not that I can't read. It's just that once I got into the first Genesis part where they started talking about people being 900 or something years old, and I just that right there just threw me off it. I said, nah, that's bullshit. That this book is fake. But I don't even think I don't think it's fake any longer. That's possible. That is absolutely possible. In a different age of the earth, that could have happened. Because the days could have been shorter. The days could have been longer. They could have been anything. I mean, a day could have took what we, a month of our time now. Who knows? I mean, I'm sure somebody knows. Somebody knows. But I mean, every time the moon's hit the earth, which is many times, I can't stress that enough. Many times. Let's just check the weather right now. I mean, I haven't checked yet for a little while, so let's just check it out. Weather. And I'll just point out a few. At one time, I've counted like 10 visible weather patterns showing at one time 10 different impacts on the earth that I know of, all at once. And they were just showing them beautifully. Here's one. We can see that. I mean, that's one for sure. That's always there. Okay, but you just have to know what you're seeing. And you can see at bottom of South or Australia. You can see there's one there, right now. There's one here, right now. There's also one here, probably. This one here, this is one here. You can see one right here. There's probably the center of it. It's right here. And then you got one over here that's not really showing its circular self today, but it's right here. There is one there. And there's definitely one here, right below Africa. Showed that in videos already. There's definitely one there. Antarctica, straight on, for sure, impact. I would have to say possibility right there. I haven't really, that's part of the other one, but definitely. And then you got one up here. It's not, see, the weather's not really showing these patterns, but I'm telling you, it'll show them eventually. Like once every month it shows, like right after the full moon it shows a bunch. The earth will show the circles on the earth. I mean, the weather will show the circles on the earth. Right after the full moon starts to go away, you'll see. I mean, maybe that doesn't happen every month of the year, but it's happened the past few months. Actually, I've noticed it for longer than that. There's also ones the North Pole, like 3 different areas of the moon I put up here, maybe 4, probably 4. Tycho, one time I was working on Tycho up here, and just, there's one here. And I'm not saying they all happen. These ones on the land, I don't know if they happen right here where the weather shows them or not, because it's hard to tell if it happened right there, because the weather's going to form itself to the shape of the land, right? Okay, so wherever the land is, it's going to have that same weather pattern, pretty much. They follow depending on what time of year, whatever, but it follows the shapes of the land usually. I mean, you can see the patterns will usually fit in some kind of pattern on the earth, like this. See that? Okay, that's fitting to a pattern that's on the earth. Okay, sometimes it'll show big circles or big curves. They're always about the same size. Those are all impacts from the moon. I know it sounds crazy. I'm crazy. Whatever. I'm just crazy. I am just crazy. I am crazy. You know, but I'm not wrong. I'm crazy, but I'm definitely not wrong. At least that's what this shit shows. I mean, that's what the stuff shows. So you see the big circles on the Earth. You gotta wonder. Here's the deepest place on Earth. You gotta wonder. It's big circle, right? And then you just got you got Central Asia, big circle. I've pointed this out tons of times. Big circle, circular shape right here. I mean, there's poor Australia just been beat up big time. I mean, this is Africa used to be right here with this area here. Definitely pointed that out. This is all impact, South Pole of the Moon. Oh yeah, weather. I got a couple videos I made already about a couple update videos I made. I think I'll just upload those ones instead of going into it all over again. Yep, that's what I'll do. But anyways, the Venus and Mars hit Mars, Venus, and the Earth. Mercury, I just barely glanced at it, but it looks like it's going to be difficult to get a good image of Mercury to where it shows anything, you know, like any big craters or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe that's because it's so close to the sun. Maybe it's just because they don't have really good images of it. I have no idea. But Venus, no doubt. I'm going to go ahead and watch some more Sailor Moon movies, videos. It sounds funny, but it cracks me up. It's almost embarrassing to say it, but you know what? It's so true. The stuff in there is so cool, and because it fits right in with what I'm learning every day on my own. So I mean, they learned it and they got it down. They got their shit down. They know what they're talking about. Yes, they do. Shit, I'm gonna get me a Sailor Moon tattoo on my arm, big old bad Sailor Moon tattoo. Man, I'm telling you, it's like the most important thing I've ever seen in my life. In 45 years of life, I said that is the most truth I've ever seen in my life is in Sailor Moon. Isn't that crazy? It is crazy, but you know what? It's more truth than you ever got in school about the moon. That's for damn sure. So there you go. Everybody have a good day. Hope you're cracking up already. It's always good to laugh. Always good to laugh. All right, have a good day.